What's up, guys, and welcome back to our Vancouver Canucks. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Welcome back to our Stanley Cup champion Vancouver Canucks franchise mode. Now, in the last video, we won the Stanley Cup. We got rid of the Toronto Maple Leafs in an absolutely insane 7-game series, which I want to talk about because there's people saying, oh, this is staged, the Leafs would always win, oh, you rigged this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's just settle this once and for all. There were some comments saying, oh, you cut the video because you wanted to make the Canucks win. You can see here the video was cut at X amount of time. Yes, the video gets cut. But it's not because I go back and I redo the simulation. The video gets cut because I have a stutter. You have no idea how long it takes me to edit these videos because of my stutter. I mess up a lot of words. It's something that I have to deal with, and it's something that I've worked on, but, there's still cuts in the video. There's cuts during every single video non-stop. It takes me about an hour and a half to edit one of these franchise modes. So I didn't cut the video because I redid the simulation. Now, even going further into that, if I was to cut the video during a simulation, it wouldn't just take me back to the start of the game. The game would simulate that game. So what I would have to do is I would have to have a previous save of that file, go back to it, redo the entire thing over again. I don't have time for that. There's no way I'm going to do that. So, again, bring up another point. People are saying, oh, the mode must have been on Rookie. Yes, the mode's been on Rookie. That's been no secret since the start of this franchise mode. That means both teams had an even chance to score in the simulation. That simulation would never happen ever again. If I was to go and redo the exact same thing, there's no way we're going to score 2 goals in 2 minutes or whatever it was. There's no way. That was just straight pure luck, and it happened to be in the Stanley Cup final. Again, both teams had an even chance to score a goal. Both teams were on the same even playing field. We just happened to get insanely lucky. So with all that being said, everyone's saying, oh, the Leafs, they should have won, blah, 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 you rigged it. Shut up. That's not the case. We just got extremely lucky, and it happened to be in the Stanley Cup finals. We got our ring. There's a bunch of haters out there, but you know what? It's all good because I know what happened, and for you guys who enjoyed it and you guys who enjoyed the insane game, we just got lucky, and it was a lot of fun. So anyways, now that I've got that all dealt with, and there's already been like 5 cuts in this video because I've had to cut it because of my stutter, because of my speech impediment. It's not my fault, all right? Anyways, okay, enough of those people. So we got to go ahead and hop into the draft here, and then we got to make some tough decisions about our players, and one in particular, that being Marcus Granlund. Now, we're going to have to spend a lot of money in the offseason here, a lot of money. So we're going to go all expiring here, and you're going to see a lot of players we got to give money to. Olyu Levy, Svechnikov, Kevin Shattenkirk, and now Arbamov. It's actually Abramov. A lot of people are saying, you're pronouncing it wrong. I'm going to keep calling it Arbamov because I've been doing it for so long, but technically it is Abramov, and he was a beast for us in the playoffs. He had, 36 points in the regular season, which is great, and then he had 14 and 27 in the postseason. He scored some big goals, so Arbamov was a beast for us. Marty Hanzal we got to re-sign. Elias Pettersson we got to re-sign. Now, notice how I skipped over Matheson and Stone. I don't think we're going to bring these 2 guys back, unfortunately. I have some players in the minors like Cedric Nickel, who's probably going to come up and take that spot. We may have to find one defenseman in free agency, but Jake Virtanen we got to re-sign. All these guys as well. We have to re-sign. If you didn't know already, Thatcher Demko is the man, and we have to re-sign him. He's on a $2.3 million deal, which is insane, so we have to re-sign him. I'm also going to not re-sign Jacob Markstrom because in the system coming up, we have a backup goalie who's pretty much ready to go. He's 22 years old. He's listed as a minor starter, but I think he's going to grow to like 79 overall in the course of the offseason, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and let Jacob Markstrom go to free agency, and then we're going to bring up Michael DiPietro. So maybe in the draft we could look at getting another goalie. I think for prospect wise we're pretty set in every position. I wouldn't mind getting a few more defensemen, But I think if there's, you know, like a medium elite goalie in the first round, I think we have to take that. So let's get the draft started. Let's get this thing underway. Let's go. So first things first, we don't have that great of a pick. We have the 31st overall pick, which obviously because we won the Stanley Cup, but here is going to be the top 5. Let's see what they turn out to be. Nashville has the first overall pick, so they got rid of Ryan Johansson and they just tanked. And you can see there it says rumbling out of Nashville that PK Subban has been put on the trading block. Very interesting. All right, so let's go here. Nashville gets the first overall pick, and they pick England, who is a center playmaker, medium elite. What else we got here? Vegas gets Smith, who is a medium elite, 74 overall. Another medium elite, 77 overall, and another medium elite. So those are the top 5. After New Jersey, they pick McIntyre, and then I think everything else is going to be like 60-ish overall. Yeah, let's go ahead and skip all the way to our pick. We got a trade offer here. Okay, so Nemestikov for DiPietro. Okay, so they want to give us Nemestikov, who's making $3.4 million. We won't have to re-sign Nemestikov this year, which is nice. How does he doing? He had 36 points, so pretty much like a Abramov player, I guess, or like an Evander Kane. I guess Evander Kane had a little bit of a better year. So the way I see it right now, our team is looking like Hall, Ryan Johansson, Svechnikov, Besser, Horvat, Kane, Abramov, Pedersen, Jack Hughes, Virtanen, Jonathan Deline, and then X-player. So I really don't need Nemestikov. I need a fourth liner. It'd be nice to get a third, move up in the draft a bit, but you know, DiPietro is going to be our backup goalie for next year. I don't really need Nemestikov because obviously Abramov is kind of the same player. Sorry, Abramov. I'm just going to keep going back and forth on his stupid name, but he's kind of the same player as Nemestikov, and he's quite a bit cheaper. So I'm going to say no to this deal. Thank you, but no thank you. Let's go all the way up to our draft selection here. So a couple of 55 overalls, nothing really too crazy. Let's see who is available. So there's a goalie right away who's an American goalie, Demlo. We could have Demko and Demolo, a couple of American goalies. Or we could go with the center, which we don't really need, Todd Connor, or a defenseman, a defensive defenseman in Trevor Peverley. I want to go with the goalie because that's kind of what I wanted to do with my first round pick, and he's just there, and that's kind of cool to have Demko and Demolo, both Americans, so that's going to be kind of cool. We could pick some more defensemen with our second round pick, but Demolo, welcome to Vancouver. He turns out to be, if he's like a, you know, like a high fringe starter or something, that'd be kind of nice, or a high, medium elite. Okay, Demolo. There you go. Not bad at all. Demlo, I like it. Who do we miss out on? So Connor was a medium top 9, all right? Nothing really special there. Afanasenkov, what a name. He is 55 overall, medium top 6. So that Peverley guy was a medium top 6. So honestly, I think we made the right choice there. I don't know if anyone can argue there we made the wrong choice. Grewal, medium elite grinder. Oh, that would have been awesome to get. Bieksa, who else we got here? No more elite players. All right, let's go here. Let's pick, maybe go with a defenseman if there's one available. What do we got here? What do we got? No defenseman. I see a couple of wingers. There's another defenseman here, Park. He seems to be the best defenseman available. Another American, so we're stocking up on Americans here. 18 years old, defensive defenseman from Red Deer. Yeah, you know, let's go with him. Let's go with Park, all right? Let's go with A. Park, who is a medium top 4. All right, not bad at all. Who do we miss out on here? A medium bottom 6, all right. This has been a great draft, honestly. This has been fantastic. I said I wanted to get a goalie in the first round and then a defenseman, so everything's kind of going perfectly to plan right now. Let's see what else we can get here with our 4th round pick, all right? 4th round pick, what do we got here? McCann, it's again another American. Latowski Nakis, S. Nakis, he's a sniper, all right, left wing sniper. Stan Nakis, 6'3", 201. He's 17 years old, so he could be a project. Let's go with him, all right, let's go with a sniper. I've scouted him 7 times. Let's go with him, a low top 6. All right, not that great, not that great at all. I'm gonna select one more pick in the 5th round, and then I'm gonna let the computer do the rest. We could go with another defenseman here, Picard or LaBelle. I want to see if there's any like exact elites hanging out here. Exact top 4, probably a low top 4 though, with Salvador. Scouted to go undrafted, but if he's a low top 4, that's not terrible. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick this guy right now. Where is he? That defenseman that was up here. What is he? Picard, all right? Medium top 6. Or do we go with LaBelle, who's a defensive defenseman? Well, we already got Park, who's a defensive defenseman, so let's go with Picard, who's a 2-way. Plus, he's 19, so he could be a decent overall. Let's see what he was there. And then with these picks, I'm going to pick that high top 4. So he's 7th defenseman, 55 overall. Not that great. So with this pick here, we're going to take a chance, all right? We're going to go ahead, Eric Johnson for a 1st. No, absolutely not. We're going to take a chance on this guy who is the, where is he? Exact top 4. So he's scouted to go undrafted, all right? Let's take a chance here, give the guy a shot, and he is, I can't see, low top 4, right? I think that was 54 overall, low top 4 though. So it's exactly how I thought it was going to be. And here is everyone in the 1st round. We got our medium elite goalie, Demlo. We got Demko, we got Demlo, a couple Americans hanging out there in the cage. Let's get the re-sign stage done and let's see what we can do with this team. Alright, so that was expensive. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you what everyone signed for. I don't think some players are going to sign because I tried to get them for cheap. Let's see. So Kevin Shattenkirk is back for 1 year at $5 million. Alright, I thought I'd bring back Kevin Shattenkirk because he was really good for us. Almost had 50 points, and he's a big offensive piece for us. Jake Virtanen's back at 1.5 for 2 years, a good 4th liner. Thatcher Demko is not going to come back. Alright, well, he is going to come back, but not for the money that I offered him. He wanted 8 years at 7.9. I tried for 7.5. He said no. It's going to be expensive to keep all these guys together. That's what happens with a Stanley Cup winning team. You know, it happened with the Chicago Blackhawks. They got rid of Andrew Ladd, Dustin Byfuglien, Antti Niemi. They got rid of all their stars because they just couldn't afford to keep them in a cap world. So Thatcher Demko will re-sign, just not for that. Para had to get him signed. Svechnikov was $7 million for the next 6 years. So I mean, it's getting to a point here where we're gonna be kind of screwed in 2 or 3 years regarding cap. Olu Levy said no. He wanted $6 million. I tried for 5.5. He said no. Abramov is back. Pedersen was cheap. He was 2.5, which is nice. All these guys, they said no. They're a bunch of rookies. But let's see here what we can do, how much cap we have, and what moves we have to make. So Marcus Granlund, you can pretty much kiss him goodbye, unfortunately. As much as I would absolutely love to keep Marcus Granlund, I don't think it's going to be feasible because we can use that money to get depth players in free agency. Now, Granlund has been awesome for us. A lot of you guys were saying, trade him, trade him. What are you doing? You got offered a 1st round pick. But since we decided to keep him, he's been a consistent 20-goal, 50-point guy for us. He was good in the postseason as well, a big reason why we won the Stanley Cup, but he just wants too much money. I'd rather give this money to Olu Levy. I'd rather give it to Thatcher Demko. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to say goodbye, Marcus Granlund. I hope you do well with whatever team you end up signing with, but you got a Stanley Cup ring now, and that's all that matters. Good luck, buddy. So he's gone, unfortunately. Brock Besser isn't too happy about that. Either is Bo Horvat. Obviously, they were line mates, so obviously they're upset. But Olu Levy, all right, 86 overall. He wants $5.9 million. It's a lot of coin. I'll go 5.75 for 4 years, all right? I got to win a little bit here. I got to win a little bit. Now, as for goalies, Thatcher Demko, he wants what? 7.9. That's a lot of money for 8 years. That's a lot of money. It doesn't really go down either if I offer him a lower contract. Let's see if I can get him for... honestly, it doesn't even matter. I should just lock him up long term, right? 7.85 for 8 years. That is a big contract. Oh my god, that's a big contract. Okay, So that's going to be pretty much all of our cap right there with 2 players. And we still have to work in free agency with getting another defenseman and a 4th line forward. So again, that's the problem in a cap world. Thatcher Demko's back and Olu Levy's back. All right. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money we just shelled out. So as I see it right now, our defense is looking like Olu Levy and Kevin Shattenkirk, Will Butcher and Cedric Nickel, Chris Tanev, and X-Player. Now, X-Player could either be a defenseman we get in free agency, or it could be, where is he here, Moran, who is a 77 overall. I gave him a RFA contract, so maybe he will resign, but that could be a player that we could use, waiting on him to grow low top 4. Maybe it's all he needs is a shot in the NHL. Maybe that's all he needs, honestly. He hasn't had a ton of NHL experience. He's been good for the Utica Comets. Maybe we should give him a shot, listed as a depth defenseman if we want to save some money. But again, we got to sign a 4th line forward. Now, Matheson, unfortunately, is going to be gone. He wants like $4 million. I said from the start he was kind of a rental player, and he's exactly that. Marty Hansel we could bring back. He only wants $2.4 million. Let's see if I can get him for $2.2 million for 1 year. Then that kind of helps us out with the our 4th line situation. He's comfortable here. He's played before. He's got a Stanley Cup. I really like Marty Hansel, so let's bring him back. But everyone else we're gonna let walk to free agency. Stone, Matheson, unfortunately, we just cannot afford to keep them because we're paying a lot of players a lot of money right now. So let's see if Marty Hansel decides to re-sign. Rejected. Come on. You're going to bitch over $200,000. I mean, I guess 200 grand. I'd probably bitch about that too. So let's give him what he wants. Then we still have, $2.5 million to find that 3rd pairing defenseman, or we could just give it to Samuel Moran. So Marty Hansel, let me give you $2.4 million for 1 year for the 4th line center position. You're going to play alongside of Vertanen and Deline, which was a pretty good line for us last year. So come on, buddy, $2.4 million you should sign. Come on, are you serious? You got to be kidding me right now. Maybe he doesn't want to come back. All right, maybe he's like, nope, I'm done with this. I do not want to come back. Well, I mean, we'll give him what he wants, and then we'll see. But pretty much aside from that, we are good to go into free agency. 34 years old. I mean, 2.475, whatever. One last shot at the NHL. He's a good 4th liner. He's got really good face-offs, so I'm okay with that. So let's go ahead here, go into the free agency period. If there's not a defenseman that piques my interest, I'm going to have to say no. So Marty Hansel says no, all right? We gave him exactly what he wants, and he still said no. All right, that's fine. You know what? I respect it. You want to move on. You got your Stanley Cup ring. It's fine. Understandable. No worries. Plus, we now have 4.2 or whatever it is, $4.2 million to work with. So there's a lot of players here in free agency. The 2 biggest ones being Marcus Granlund and Nicholas Backstrom. I need a 4th line forward, so I need someone who's grindy. But even getting a defenseman like Mark Stahl wants $4 million, and he's going to be kind of exactly what we need. But $4 million, that's a lot to pay. Eric Howla, I mean, I don't really want to pay over 2.5 for a 4th line guy. Patrick Maroon, all right, that would be perfect for our 4th line. That would be awesome. 25 points last year. No longer playing on McDavid's wing, but then that's $3 million we're going to give to Patrick Maroon. I got to give him at least $3 million, right? Oh, is there anyone else cheaper? Tyler Ennis, not really a 4th line guy, 80 overall. Connor Brown, all right, he's pretty decent, 95 discipline. Connor Brown, all right. Didn't really play in the NHL last year. You know what? Let's give him a shot, all right? Connor Brown, $2.4 million. Let's give him for 1 year. There you go, Connor Brown, 80 overall. Should be pretty good on our 4th line. If not, there's still some options like Matthew Perreault wants a decent amount, actually. Marty Hansel wants 2.7 now in free agency, so good luck to him. Ryan Pulock is a guy we could have a look at. No, you know what? 3.5 million, that's way too much. Can't have that, no way. We got a medium elite guy in free agency. Yes, absolutely yes. A lot of teams are interested. Hopefully he signs with us. So I just give a contract to all these low elite guys. Hopefully they do sign. There's a few players here, low top 6. No, I'm not going to take a chance on those guys. So I hope that Connor Brown signs, and I think he will. Hopefully, anyways. But I think we're just going to run with Samuel Morin here. I think we're going to do it. Yes, these guys are good, good, good. Where's that medium elite? No, the medium elite went elsewhere. Oh, that sucks. I'm looking for a team that has a better mix of players where I'm from. Oh, that sucks. Well, good luck in Vegas, medium elite guy. And Connor Brown said yes. Okay, so now we pretty much have to work on a bottom pairing defenseman. Now, we could run with Samuel Morin. All right, we got 2.8 million bucks to work with. Do we roll with Morin, give him the shot, or do we sign a guy like Hag or Pulock? You know what? I'm just going to go and I'm going to run with Morin, because I guess the cheapest guy we can get is like Cowan or Hag, but I have a player who's just as good as that in Samuel Morin. So that's going to be it for me. We're going to go all the way to the start of the year, maybe get a little bit of simulation done, but as of right now, I think I did a pretty good job drafting. I think I did all right. We got that medium elite goalie, which is good. Lost out on that medium elite in free agency, but let's go here. Let's go to start a regular season, and let's see what we're working with. All right, so Samuel Morin has been tendered an offer by the Minnesota Wild, 1.2 million. I'm okay with that. We're gonna match it. You're not going to Minnesota. You're coming back. And he says, I enjoy being a part of his organization. All right, I like that. I like it, buddy. You can come play on the team this year. You're getting the shot. Welcome to the big show. So before we look at the lines here, I want to see who's the captain and the assistant. So Arjo and Horvat. All right, I think I'm okay with that. Horvat is still having the C. And then Chris Tanev. You know what? I think that's totally fine. I don't think that should change. I am okay with that. So let's have a look at our lines here. I haven't seen them yet, so I want to see how they're looking. Edit lines here. I do actually want to see a few more things around the NHL, like where Granlund ended up and a few other things that I want to talk about. So we got Hall, we got Arjo, and we got Svechnikov, all right? 21 years old. You got to think, this guy's still so young. He hasn't even, like, got close to what his potential is yet, and he's on a big boy contract, so he better perform here. Brock Besser, who's down to an 85, I still think he's gonna jump up though. Bo Horvat and Evander Kane, so we lose a little bit on the wing now with Marcus Granlund being gone, but unfortunately that's just the way it is in a cap world. We got Abramov, Pedersen, and Connor Brown, so that's not how this is gonna go. We're gonna go Jack Hughes there. Pedersen has better face-offs than Jack Hughes, I think. Oh no, sorry, Jack Hughes has way better face-off. So Jack Hughes, the first overall pick from a few years ago, he is going to get the shot in the NHL this year. He's going to play with some pretty skilled guys in Abramov and Pedersen. Pedersen got his feet wet last year in the NHL. Look at his skating category, 99, 98, and 99 for speed. He's the fastest guy in the NHL, no question. Absolutely. Holy shit. That's insane, actually. Yeah, he is a beast. Okay, so who did I have here on our fourth line? I got my little piece of paper here. Hold on. I have Virtanen, Dahl. Okay, so unfortunately, Bertuzzi, you're going down to the AHL, and Jonathan Dahlin. There you go. Jonathan Dahlin is going to go in the center position. He has decent faceoffs, and he is a center, so we're going to keep him there. Connor Brown and Jake Virtanen, they're good there. They're both right wings, but I'm going to keep Jake Virtanen where he usually is. Offensively, we're good to go, all right? We're a little bit weaker on the second line, but I hope Evander Kane comes through big here with Horvat and Brock Besser. And then defensively, we got Ulevy, Shattenkirk, Tanev, Butcher, Nickel, and Morin. So I want to move Nickel up with Butcher. I think Morin and Tanev are pretty good together. 6'6", 232 for Samuel Morin. That is impressive. He's a big dude. So those two are kind of like our shutdown pair. I like that. And then in the cage, you already know he is the man, Thatcher Demko, backed up by Michael DiPietro. So I was right there. He was up to a 79 overall. Not quite the 80, but you know what? 79 is just fine. And I think we're good to go. Who's scratched? Got to send these guys down to the minors. Jordan Subban and Tyler Bertuzzi. Got to send them down, and then we should be good to go. I want to get a few games of simulation done. I want to see how Jack Hughes is going to perform. Tyler Bertuzzi got to go on waivers. I don't think he's going to be claimed. If he does, no big deal. Same thing with you. Again, no big deal if they do get claimed on waivers. Let me have a look at the AHL, and then we're going to get a few games of simulation. Good news, Bertuzzi and Subban both cleared waivers, so that's nice. But Marcus Granlund went to Washington, so that's kind of nice for us. We don't got to play him. So he's going to He's going to center TJ Oshie and this guy, who I don't even want to pronounce that name. Medium elite, 83 overall, 19 years old. So OV is getting a little bit older. He's 36, down to an 83. So Granlund becomes a really nice secondary piece behind Evgeny Kuznetsov. So that's good for Granlund. I hope he does well in Washington. A few more things I want to show you. Going to New York here, have a look at ex-Vancouver Canuck Nikolai Goldobin. I wanted to give him top 6 minutes, and I think he did pretty well. Yeah, 25 goals. So he did exactly what I wanted him to do in the Big Apple. I wanted him to become that 25, 50-point guy, and he is just that. Could be the first line right winger, but for some reason, Matt Puempel's there. But one more thing, I think. Who did I want to show? I think that's it, actually. I think that was all. And then Sven Berchi still on Calgary. His year looked like 48 points. So pretty decent for us to get Taylor Hall over Sven Berchi. Now that Jack Hughes is in the NHL, I want to have a look at the guy we traded for Jack Hughes and a pick. It was Bjorkstrand. Now he is that defensive defenseman who's 74 overall, not super stoked about playing in Dallas. So I think we definitely made the right trade there. Minor top 2D, 21 years old, defensive defenseman. You guys were right. Maybe he's not going to pan out. I hope he does for Dallas, but Jack Hughes, baby, he made the show. Playing in the NHL this year, it's a beautiful thing. All right, so let's get 5 games of simulation done. We'll slow sim a game against San Jose, and then we'll slow sim the last game against the New York Rangers and Nikolai Goldobin. Plus, it's going to be Kevin Shattenkirk's return to the Big Apple. So first period, 0-0. 12-5 are the shots. Period number 2, still 0-0. 26 shots, no goals for San Jose. You know why? I think you guys know why. It's because Thatcher Demko is the man going into the third. Oh, man, unfortunately, we blow it. And Yannick Hansen, oh, man, the ex-Canuck. That's unfortunate. He gets the game-winning goal on Thatcher Demko. All right, whatever. It's all good. We drop game number 1, unfortunately. Hopefully, we can bounce back with a couple of victories here. Actually, hold on. Before I start the year, I have to turn off the injuries. Oh, my God. That would have been disastrous if we would have lost someone for like the entire year. Hold on. Let's hope we can get a couple of victories here up against Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers. Another loss, unfortunately. Come on, guys. Starting off 0-2, starting off 0-3. Oh boy, Stanley Cup hangover. All right, against Casey Middlestat, Jack Eichel, they're 4-1. Can we beat them? Another shootout loss. 0-2-2. Come on, guys. Let's get our first victory here. What's going on? Get that Stanley Cup hangover out of here, all right? We're not doing that this year. We're not doing that. First period up against the Rangers, and we're up 1-0. Jonathan Deline on the 4th line, getting a big goal. Period number 2. All right, 3-0. Arbamov and Brock Besser. Don't blow it. Oh, man, we almost do. But we hang on for the victory. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so 5 games in. You know what? Let's get 10 games done. So that's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 against the New York Islanders. All right, let's get the first month done. All right, that seems logical. Let's see if we can get some wins here up against Nashville. There you go, 2-1. Ryan Johansson's old team. We haven't been scoring a lot of goals. We have not. We've only scored more than 3 goals once. Oh, actually, sorry, 6-1 there against the New Jersey Devils, and then 5-2. All right, we found our scoring touch a little bit here. But you can see there, 2 goals, 1 goal, 2 goals, 3 goals, 2 goals, 2 goals. So haven't found our scoring touch. I mean, we have in the past 2 games scoring 11 goals and only allowing 3, so that's nice to see. Let's go here with the New York Islanders, Matthew Barzal, John Tavares, first period. All right, we're all tied up here. Ryan Johansson and Brock Nelson. So we started Michael DiPietro. All right, let's go period number 2, and it's still a 1-1 hockey game. Let's go ×8 here in the 3rd period. Who's going to make a mistake first? Stanley Cup champions. We could do this. Come on, boys. We've won 2 in a row. Let's make it 3. Josh Hosang scores from a weird angle, and unfortunately, we're down to 1. 8 minutes left. Come on, guys. Score late. Ryan Johansson. Someone, Svechnikov, Brock Besser, 31 shots. I don't think, again, another performance where we only score 1 goal. What's going on? That's weird. That's a little bit strange. You know what? It's only the first month. If you guys have any... Actually, you know what? I need my assistant GMs here. I need some help with the power play lines, all that stuff. I want to make sure we're firing on all cylinders here. Brock Besser with 9 points in 10 games. That's awesome. How's everyone else doing? Brock Besser, Kevin Shattenkirk with 9 and 10. That's great. Vander Kane, that's awesome. Svechnikov, only three points. Huh. Should we move him and Besser? Should we do a little change up there? Olli Levy finally came into his own at 87 overall. Thank God, took long enough. But there he is, 87 overall. He's our best defenseman. I mean, Kevin Shattenkirk's playing great right now. But if you guys have any line suggestions, please let me know because we're kind of slacking right now. Jack Hughes has 4 points in 10 games. It's not bad. Goaltending, we're not really too concerned about goaltending. Obviously not the greatest start, but it's only 1 month in. We're 4-4-6. Getting those overtime losses, I mean, we get the extra point. That's why we do have 10 points. 10 points in 10 games, and we're 4th in the division. So let's have a look at the lines here. I want you guys to give me your best lines, like detailed lines, all right? I want to see first line. I want to see second line. I want to see third line. I definitely want to see power play as well. Here's what the special teams look like. I haven't touched them yet. Svechnikov, Arjo, Hall, Butcher, Shattenkirk, Besser, Horvat, Kane, Ulevi, and Tanev. So should I take Kane off the power play and give it to Pedersen or something like that? So you guys can definitely let me know, and I will feature your comment if I like your line suggestions for the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.